My mother was the Queen for a very long time. And although you kind of know that this might happen, you don't really think about it very much. Not least of all because the monarchy is about continuity. But I think for my brother, this is something he's been waiting for.
A private letter written by Queen Elizabeth reveals her true thoughts about Kate Middleton and the future of the monarchy. Princess Anne knows what is in this letter and may be the last person to understand the Queen's real wishes. Things took a surprising turn when Camilla learned about the letter's contents and the conversations around it. This reaction shocked everyone in the palace. It wasn't just a little uncomfortable. It left people unable to speak openly about it. Consider what this means. Queen Elizabeth's influence still affects the monarchy even after her death. Princess Anne holds decades of knowledge about her mother's intentions. Kate is quietly becoming one of the most loved royals in Britain. Meanwhile, Camilla is trying to maintain the power she has pursued all her life. Her response was so surprising that even palace insiders were taken aback. We have followed royal drama for a long time. Harry's book, Andrew's scandal, and the Oprah interview. However, this situation is different. It gets to the core of what the royal family will look like in the future. It shows who the Queen trusted and what she left behind. Camilla's reaction might reveal more about her than anything else she has done. Stay with me as this story is deeper than any headline in a tabloid. Let's explore it further. The hidden letter. What Queen Elizabeth really left behind about Kate. Let's start at the beginning. The relationship between Queen Elizabeth and Kate Middleton is more complicated than the public has been led to believe. It changed over time. And what Elizabeth thought about Kate, which she wrote down, reveals a power struggle we see today. When Kate married William in 2011, the Queen felt cautious about her. Royal biographer Robert Jobson, in his book Catherine the Princess of Wales, a biography of the future Queen, shared something interesting. Before fully committing to her role as a senior royal, Kate laid out clear terms to Queen Elizabeth and Prince Charles. She made it clear she would not be forced into specific duties and that her family would always come first. This was a bold move. Meeting the Queen and stating her conditions is significant. Instead of being upset, Elizabeth respected Kate's stance. According to royal expert Red Seard, editor and chief of Majesty magazine, the Queen saw her strength and recognized that she is a caring person with a strong sense of duty. Over the years, their relationship grew deeper and more meaningful. In the Channel 5 documentary Kate and the Queen, A Special Relationship, Richard Kay, senior editor-at-large for the Daily Mail, stated that Elizabeth developed a grandmotherly affection for Kate. Their bond went beyond duty. They often met for afternoon tea when Kate and William lived near Buckingham Palace, and Kate made an effort to include the Queen in the children's lives. A source from Buckingham Palace told Vanity Fair in November 2019 that Kate's approach to life is similar to the Queen's. Keep calm and carry on. Kate helps make the royal family feel relatable and connected. This statement from the Queen's household directly compares Kate to Elizabeth, which is significant. Now, reports from palace sources and those close to Princess Anne suggest Elizabeth left private letters expressing her true feelings about Kate's future role. These letters are personal and discuss Kate's character, suitability, and importance to the monarchy's future. They hold great significance, especially in the hands of someone like Anne. Elizabeth was known for writing personal notes during her reign. She used these notes to acknowledge achievements, express gratitude, and privately say things she couldn't say publicly. It seems likely that she would have written her true feelings about the future Queen preserved by those closest to her. This idea fits with who Elizabeth was. Princess Anne, the keeper of Elizabeth's real legacy. To understand why Anne is important in this story, we need to see what she means to the royal family. Anne is not just another senior royal. She represents the old values of the monarchy. As Queen Elizabeth's only daughter, Anne grew up closer to her mother than her brothers. This bond was not emotional but institutional. She understands her mother's beliefs about duty, service, and the difference between the monarchy's public image and reality. She carries this understanding every day, and also works harder than anyone else. In 2024, she completed more official engagements than anyone else in the royal family, including King Charles. When Charles was sick, and stepped up without drama or complaints and without telling the press. She just did her job. That is who Anne is. Her relationship with Kate is also important. Reports say Anne was unaware of Kate and William's public statements before they were announced. This shows that while Anne respects the future king and queen, she operates independently, guided by her own information and loyalties. Unlike palace courtiers, she is not a political operator. She is trusted more than most. Royal commentators say that Anne earns the respect of everyone. Traditionalists respect her for following protocol and modernizers respect her for doing the work without seeking recognition. Above all, Queen Elizabeth respected Anne because she never embarrassed the crown. This is why it matters that Anne holds Elizabeth's private thoughts about Kate, whether through letters, conversations, or years of being her mother's confidant. When Anne speaks about the Queen's wishes, people listen, including Camilla. This is where the problem arises. The Camilla shock. What she did that left the palace stunned. This story takes a surprising turn when Camilla learned about the importance of Elizabeth's private letters and Anne's role in keeping them. Camilla's actions shocked even those familiar with royal family drama. To understand this, we need to look at Camilla's background. For many years, she was seen as the most disliked woman in Britain. She was the other woman in Charles and Diana's marriage. People booed her in public. She was left out of Diana's funeral. Despite this, Camilla worked hard and earned the title of queen through her loyalty to Charles. She achieved her goal. However, she faced a major issue, becoming queen without full acceptance. The public, the royal family, and especially Elizabeth did not fully embrace her at first. Royal author Angela Levin noted in her 2022 biography that Anne's cold attitude made Camilla uncomfortable. A source from GB News in 2023 stated that during a coronation dinner, Anne directly told Camilla, "You're not queen, you're the queen's consort." Now, let's move to 2025. Charles is fighting cancer. Kate has returned from her treatment and is more popular and confident. Sources say the relationship between Camilla and Kate is tense, with one calling it the fiercest clash between two senior royal women in years. A source told US Weekly that Camilla enjoys her role and is reluctant to let it go, stating that she has always dreamed of being queen. Then reports surfaced about Elizabeth's private letters, which Anne keeps. These communications reveal what the late queen truly thought about Kate's future. When Camilla learned how significant these letters were, she tried to influence the narrative around them. She didn't go through official channels like Charles. Instead, she used back channels and trusted aides to maneuver quietly, something she is skilled at. An insider described this as a power shift, saying Camilla feels sidelined while Kate's growing confidence and presence bother her. What Camilla did was try to involve herself in a discussion about Elizabeth's legacy and Kate's suitability for queenship, which was not her place. When Anne discovered this, she acted quickly and decisively, shutting it down completely. The Kate and Camilla power war. What's really going on? To understand why Camilla's move was so surprising, it's important to look at the tension between her and Kate. This isn't just about personal feelings. It's about the future of the monarchy. A reliable source said, "It feels like the royal family is splitting into two sides. One with Charles and Camilla at Buckingham Palace and another with William and Kate at Kensington Palace. Those around the king are very loyal, but he knows his son's time to take the spotlight is coming." In September 2025, Kate attended a US state banquet and received praise for her poise and confidence. In contrast, Queen Camilla seemed uneasy beside her. Body language experts noted that Camilla appeared frustrated and felt she could not compete with Kate's glamour. Kate has also tried to play a role in healing tensions between Prince Harry and his family. This effort has upset Camilla. One source said, Camilla is annoyed that Kate is still trying to support Harry despite the negative comments he's made. She thinks it's gone on long enough and warns Kate that her approach is too idealistic and risky. However, Kate is not willing to take orders. Insiders close to William shared she doesn't care about rivalries, but won't let herself be pushed aside. She knows the public looks up to her and takes that responsibility seriously. Kate's public image is strong right now. In January 2025, she announced that she was in remission from cancer and returned to her duties with renewed strength. Insider said her focus on discipline and clear results is changing how senior royals operate, and not everyone likes it. Camilla is clearly among those who are not pleased. Each time Kate successfully engages with the public or is praised, it reminds Camilla that her own time is coming to an end. Camilla, who has worked hard for her position, is not backing down quietly. The Queen's real vision for Kate, what Elizabeth actually believed. Elizabeth's private letters and conversations are powerful, and Anne's role in protecting them is crucial. Elizabeth didn't just like Kate personally. She saw her as essential for the monarchy's future. This belief was strategic and institutional. There is substantial evidence of Elizabeth's support for Kate. The official consent for William and Kate's marriage called Kate, our trusty and well-beloved Catherine Elizabeth Middleton, a title that carries significant meaning in royal tradition. Elizabeth chose her words carefully. In 2015, when Kate, pregnant with her second child, shared her family priorities with Elizabeth, Elizabeth listened without disagreeing. Instead, she accepted Kate's views. According to Jobson's biography, Elizabeth recognized that Kate will be very important in shaping the monarchy into an institution that's relevant to modern people. This shows Elizabeth passing a responsibility to Kate. Royal warrants are also important. Elizabeth did not allow Princess Diana to issue any royal warrants, and cannot issue them either despite her hard work. However, Kate has now been given this power. This was not a minor decision. It marked Kate's role in the royal family. It reflects Elizabeth's choices about who gets authority. And witnessed all of this. She saw her mother's bond with Kate grow stronger and understood what Elizabeth's decisions communicated. And is determined to protect this legacy from Camilla's changes. What Elizabeth left behind through letters, private talks, and important decisions shows that she believed Kate was the right person to help the monarchy. Kate brings calmness where there was chaos, dignity where there was scandal, and a strong commitment to family in an institution facing public doubt. And takes this vision seriously, and is committed to safeguarding it. Anne's role, the monarchy's last line of defense. Why does Anne matter so much in this story? Why is her reaction to Camilla's move so important that it shocks the palace, and holds a special place in the royal family that no one else has? She is the last connection to the Elizabeth era and has a moral authority because she has always put the crown first. In a 2023 BBC documentary, Anne spoke about Camilla, saying her understanding of her role and how much difference it makes to the king has been absolutely outstanding. This role is not something that she would have been a natural for, but she does it really well. This is a careful endorsement, and acknowledges that Camilla does her job well, but doesn't say that Camilla belongs there or is irreplaceable. Anne's actions toward Camilla tell a deeper story. She did not curtsy at the Commonwealth Day service. She made a comment at the coronation dinner that Camilla is not the Queen, but the Queen's consort. And at the University of London, and insisted that Camilla follow the rules, even in a gesture of respect. Each of these moments could be explained separately. Still together, they show and recognizes Camilla's position while refusing to put her above the royal hierarchy that Elizabeth dedicated her life to. Now that Camilla is trying to involve herself in discussions about Elizabeth's private letters regarding Kate, and has set a clear limit. Multiple sources say and firmly stated that Camilla should not be part of those discussions. Elizabeth's private words about Kate are not for Camilla to access or use for her own agenda. The palace was surprised because many thought Anne and Camilla had reached an uneasy but functional peace. Their joint appearances and events suggested they had found a working relationship. However, Camilla's involvement with Elizabeth's private legacy crossed a line. Anne's response showed that some things are not negotiable. What this means for Kate, Camilla, and the crown's future. Recent changes in the British monarchy show a big shift. Kate is returning to public duties with a stronger presence, becoming one of the most popular royal figures. She benefits from Elizabeth's legacy, which puts her in a strong position. In contrast, Camilla's role is becoming more uncertain. Although she keeps her title, the public's view of her is changing as Kate shines more. Camilla's efforts to influence how people see Kate have not worked, reinforcing the idea that the monarchy's future belongs to William and Kate with Anne's support. This divide in the royal household between Charles and Camilla at Buckingham Palace and William and Kate at Kensington Palace shows a time of transition. The monarchy needs to regain public trust, especially among younger people, by leaning on Kate's modern, family-friendly image. Elizabeth's insights about Kate show a long-term plan for the monarchy, ensuring it continues beyond her reign. And strong actions to protect that vision highlight that true power lies in shared values rather than titles or wealth. This understanding has deeply affected the palace, marking a new era for the monarchy.